We got them a little earlier because we couldn't touch base with Naushad Akhter Ansari, the Joint Managing Director of JSPL, but we now have him hopefully on a better line. Mr. Ansari, good morning again, and thank you very much for joining us. Once again, if you can detail to us what is the size of the railway order you have got, and are there chances of you getting some more?
So, the original order which we got was a 20% development order, which was about 97,000 tons to be supplied. Majority of it is already supplied, and we should be completing it very soon. So, looking at our performance, Railway has exercised their option. There is an option of giving an additional 30% of the size of the order. So, they must be happy with our supplies, and that's how they have given us the additional order. So, we are very happy about it. And what it also communicates that, everything is fine as far as our rails are concerned. So, people are happy with that. And the next order which we are expecting to get is from RVNL, which is, the tender is already out, and we are hoping to get, orders on them. Hopefully, they should be concluding this matter very soon. So yes, it has opened doors for us. Now we are getting orders, and hopefully more and more orders will be there.
RVNL is what?
Rail Vikas Nigam Limited.
Okay. So it's another rail order. All right.
Okay. Yeah, it's another rail order.
Can you tell us, for all these orders, what kind of EBITDA per ton do you secure? I mean, your blended EBITDA per ton was about 12,000 rupees. Are these railway orders better than that or worse?
So, we entered this business, for the first time as far as Indian Railway is concerned, and therefore, obviously, our prices were entry prices. So at that point of time, but the important thing is, in this mill, we make heavy structural as well as rail. And currently, I can say that, they are almost at par. Depending on the market scenario, the EBITDA per ton keeps moving up and down. So that's not important. What is really important is that this opens a new door for us in the sense that, the structural market can also move up and down, and therefore we used to look at other alternatives of other products which we were able to manage. Now it has opened a totally new possibility that, we can supply a lot of rail, which can take majority of our mill capacity. So EBITDA per ton may be similar or maybe better a little bit here and there. But important thing is it opens additional possibilities.
So this RVNL order, what is the order size?
So I think they have tendered out for close to about 4.5 lakh tons. So currently they are debating whether they should give us again a developmental order or whatever it is. So we'll see that. Even if it is a developmental order, it should be reasonably good size. So that's what our expectation is. But until it is concluded, it will be a little premature for us.
Well, there has been, of course, a bit of bearishness in global metal prices. How has that affected you? How much will your EBITDA be in Q4 compared to Q3? How much lower you think?
So, it is true that towards the end of Q3, the prices had come down quite a bit. And in Q4, what we really see is that there is a stability in some of the areas, and in some of the areas we actually see some positive upturn. Oh. So that's a very reassuring thing that. And this quarter always is a very high demand kind of a thing, but it is because of the international prices that the impact has happened in India. And also we did see that liquidity was an issue, and that kind of made people wait for the orders. But now we see the orders coming, so a lot of orders are coming. We are not really having a difficulty of preparing orders. So prices are slightly that there is some improvement which is happening. But so by and large, I would say it will be somewhere, EBITDA should be somewhere close to a Q3, somewhere between Q2, Q3, in that range only.
Okay. But is it more profitable to sell domestically than to sell in export markets in that case? Since you're saying...
That is true. That is true because Indian prices are still better compared to international prices. International prices, because of that, everybody is putting borders and, putting their duty structure, which is much more than what it is. So therefore, international prices have been under pressure. So, that's something which is...
More generally, how is demand, Mr. Ansari? Yes, you got a good rail order, but both government infrastructure as well as private demand. How would you classify it at the current situation? Is it any better than the previous 9 months?
So, in the month of January, for example, we were operating at the rate of 6 million tons per year. So, that's the way that we are operating. And for that, getting orders is really not a big issue. We are able to get that order, obviously, as I told you, that prices were under pressure. We would certainly like a better pricing to be there, especially since the raw material prices have gone up. But so therefore, in order to maintain that kind of spread between the raw material and the finished product, you would expect that the prices would go up, and we are almost certain that it's going to happen.
Okay, finally on debt, then you had indicated to us that about 10% debt reduction will happen by the end of FY19. Where does the debt stand at now, and what are you looking at, say by the end of FY20?
So, we had said that roughly around 10% it will come down, and I'm happy to tell you that compared to the financial year beginning, we have already done more than 3,000 crores of debt reduction. Okay. And we will certainly be, in that range of 10% reduction, by March end. So I think we are moving very well in that area.
So what's the absolute debt figure right now?
So currently it will be close to about 39,000 or so.
Okay. Okay. So your reduction by 10% will depend on the Oman listing?
No, it's irrespective of that. That'll be an additional thing if that happens by March. But otherwise, also, we should be doing that about 4,000 crores kind of a numbers which were there. That's the kind of number which we expect to do.
Okay. Well, Mr. Ansari, thank you for stopping by and giving us all the details. Although we did have you on the phone line, we managed to get a lot of information out of you. That's the word coming in from JSPL. They expect to see an additional order from the Indian Railways, from RVNL very soon. And they're hopeful to reduce their debt further.